Hey, what is up, In the Loop fans? It's Famous Amos here, and I'm going to give you my personal review of Dollywood's new for 2016 launched wooden roller coaster Lightning Rod. Now, before I get started, I'm not a very seasoned coaster enthusiast, which means that I have not been on very many roller coasters yet, since my current coaster count is only 34. So there are lots of great roller coasters in the world that I have not been on yet. However, I will be comparing this list to my current list of ridden roller coasters. This list includes roller coasters from King's Dominion, Carowinds, and Dollywood, considering those are the only parks that I've been to. Let me start by saying that I live and work at Carowinds here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Whenever I feel like riding Fury and I don't have to work that day, all I have to do is walk for about 3 minutes and I'm riding it. So it's safe to say that I'm pretty spoiled by Fury. But that's not what you're here to listen to. In January of 2016, we held our annual Ace Southeast Winter Warm-Up event at Dollywood. It was my first time ever at the park, and we stayed in their wonderful Dream World Resort. At the end of the event, Pete Owens gave us a tour of Lightning Rod, which involved a rather tiring and muddy hike up the side of the mountain. At the top, we were literally next to the top of the launch hill, staring down the first drop and into the valley. It was an amazing experience to see this in person, and to imagine seeing trains launching over that hill. If you would like to see that event, I have it entirely documented on my YouTube channel. However, in March of 2016, the park experienced a serious backlash from its fans and fellow coaster enthusiasts alike when it announced Lightning Rod's closing, which remained closed for nearly 3 months. During that time, very few people got the chance to ride this beast. Then, on August 4th, 2016, we took a trip to Dollywood. As it turns out, Lightning Rod officially opened that same day. It's safe to say that, even though I had never ridden any of the rides there, I arranged straight towards Lightning Rod for my first ride of the day. This section of the park was rather busy, and the sign for the technical ride rehearsal was still in front of the station. Nonetheless, we saw trains cresting the top of the launch hill and went into the queue line. You start in the very bottom of the garage. Here, there is an actual Lightning Rod hot rod. The queue then snakes its way around the back of the garage and leads you to an open, optional, extended queue, which was fortunately closed off and not in use. This is where the line started for us. Fortunately, it was a 2-train operation that day, which made the wait time significantly less, about 35 minutes. From this point, we go up some stairs and into the second level of queue lines. There are all kinds of little props lying around on the tables in the center. Along the walls are chalk drawings and such, and this room also serves as a small extended queue, which was not in use. At the end of the hall is another set of stairs which lead us up to the next level of queues. Again, this acts as an extended queue, which was in use. During all of this waiting, there are several windows in which we could watch the trains get launched over the hill and eventually come back. I had never seen such a fast wooden roller coaster before. The final level is the station level. The group replaced us towards the middle back of the train. I was trying to get the very back, but alas, alack, I wasn't going to be very picky, to say the least. There are signs that say no loose articles. However, there are small cubbies in the station for you to place your things. We then boarded the train, and I couldn't contain my excitement as the train left the station. The train leaves the station. Then it makes a right-hand turn towards the launch hill. The engine revs. The people on the train get excited as they stare into their fate. Then, the tires screech as you get launched up the 20-story hill at speeds of 45 miles per hour. Then, at the top, you come out of your seat twice before taking a 165-foot drop down to the bottom of the valley, where you reach a record-breaking 73 miles per hour. Then, the riders hit an overbanked wave turn, which provided exceptional airtime coming out of the drop, which I did not expect to get. Then, back up the hill and into the 90-degree overbanked top hat element. Your body gets thrown one way as the train goes another, again providing exceptional airtime. The next few hills provide lots of great ejector airtime at high speeds. Up next, the quadruple down. Each time you crest a hill, you get thrown out of your seat. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Then a high-speed, low-angle hill for more ejector airtime as you enter the ride's twist and shout turnaround, similar to Fury. Then into the final brake run to conclude the 3,800-foot-long trip. Every single one of us on that train were screaming and yelling in excitement. I couldn't believe what had just happened. To be my very first RMC, I think I chose a good one. That was definitely a great way to start our day at Dollywood. I came back later in the evening to get one more ride, but sadly, some weather in the area prevented that from happening as the ride had to go down for lightning. Overall, the ride itself is stunning. It is nowhere near as rough as some people make it out to be. Every single drop, turn, and hill provided some sort of airtime, even when I didn't expect it. This is definitely an A+ ride for me, and even almost took Fury's spot as number 1 on my personal list of best roller coasters, but Lightning Rod still remains as my number 2 best roller coaster. This is definitely a hit for Dollywood, even with the recent backlash from fans and enthusiasts. This has been a wonderful experience for me, and I would like for all of you to experience it just the same. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my review of Lightning Rod, and I'll see you on the Midway.